What's up, Facebook? How's everybody doing this Sunday afternoon? It's like nobody is. Let's see, it does look like one person is watching, so we'll go ahead and get started. For those of y'all that are not on here right now, I know some of y'all are probably with church, hanging out with friends and family since it's the weekend for most people. So I'm going to start out, y'all, by doing my disclaimer, and then we'll get into some discussion about detoxification, cleansing. Alright, disclaimer and notice, I am not a medical doctor. Information on this page is not medical advice, but merely a suggestion. For medical advice, consult with your physician. I do not make any promises with regards to products that I sell or suggest or the information provided. Remedies are not intended to treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate disease. Only you and your body can cure itself and prevent disease. So, I'm sure it's not new news to y'all that we live in a toxic world. It's not like it was when God created the earth years ago. So, yeah, whenever that was. It's been a long time. So I just wanted to come on here and say that I believe it's really important that you're doing some kind of a detoxification pretty much on a daily basis. Like, you can take breaks every now and then, but you really want to be doing it 7 days a week. So I use a couple of different products, actually, what I take, supplements. But it's just, the amount of heavy metals in our environment, pesticides, herbicides, all that kind of stuff, glyphosate, it's just not good for us, and it's causing harm. And I'm sure you know that. I don't have to tell you this. This is common sense. Uh, the toxins and such that are in our environment these days. So typically I do something 3 times a day, minimum of 3 times a day. And actually, I don't know, some of y'all know I actually volunteered for 3 weeks at a Seventh Day Adventist center, where they basically reverse anything. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, whatever. And I had the opportunity to meet some medical missionaries down there, some lifestyle counselors, also some medical doctors, and really interacted with them while I was down there and got to learn a lot of stuff. So I'm not saying I'm an expert, y'all. Okay, I'm definitely not. I'm always learning on a regular basis. I try to learn something new every single day. But I've been fortunate to have some really good mentors along the way, especially in the health and wellness world, y'all. Because I suffered a lot of time. I don't want to get into this. I suffered for depression for over 20 years. We can get into this some other time. But I got so much desire. I had so much desire in myself to get better. And like I said, I'm not going to continue living my life like this. I'm just not going to do it. And I didn't. Like, I made changes. Some of them were slow changes. Some of them they happened a lot faster than others. But yeah, I'm excited to get on here and talk to some of y'all about some of my experiences and journey and such. But yeah, about the detoxification stuff. Yeah, if you do, it's a good idea to do something. I say really, you want to do a good cleanse like once a year. Some people do twice, depending on what it is. But I typically I think once a year is pretty sufficient. Now that's if you're cleaning, if you're changing your actual lifestyle and eating better foods. Think that if you're going back to your trash foods and all that, you probably want to do a little bit more than that, maybe twice a year. But uh, so yeah, I'm gonna mention that. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, as always, leave them below, and I'll try to address them. I recently partnered with a company that has some really good products that actually help with that. They help improve your digestion, also help with cleansing the body. Matter of fact, I just took mine. I took mine about 30 minutes ago. Take it every day when I wake up. You mean to be able to get rid of any toxins, glyphosate, things like that that are in the body from overnight, from sleeping overnight. That's actually the first thing that I do in the morning when I wake up. Well, I take that back. I turn on my hot water heater first. I got a switch in my camper to do that, so I turn it on first. Yeah, then I do a goal statement, and then after that, I immediately take a supplement to help detox my body. And I'm actually going to tell you guys some of the benefits of it real quick here. That it actually can help do. I can't make any promises like I mentioned in the disclaimer. I mean, I know the benefits, but I'm going to actually bring it up. It helps with detoxification, but I want to actually bring it up on the actual company website to make sure I'm telling you guys everything correctly. So it contains probiotics, also prebiotics, and something to help with detoxification as well, and to improve your digestion. A lot of us, people don't realize it, but like there is, like if you're drinking tap water, like you're getting all kinds of crap in your body, like prescription drugs, chemicals, chlorine in some places. I mean, fluoride. I checked with the local water company where I live at. They said they claim they don't put fluoride in the water anymore, but I did measure it. I've got a 10-part water testing strip that I use to test the water, and it does have some chlorine in it. So you really want to get away from as soon as possible, y'all, okay? As soon as possible. I mean, God. I mean, we're just bombarded so much. It's just ridiculous. And it's a lot of stress on the body. You want to get away from, if you're out there and you're drinking tap water, you want to get away from tap water as soon as possible. And I'm actually going to read something that from one of my mentors as well, that whom I and you're probably watching, brother. If you're out there, Francis, I really appreciate your help, man, with all this. You've been one of my mentors for the last several years now, and you you know a ton of stuff, brother. You go deep into some of the research, and more deep than I'm really wanting to go in some of this stuff. So let's see here. So when you piss, you flush, the water goes into the sewage. The city takes the water, filters it for the big sediment for the most part, puts chlorine in it, kill bacteria. They do not filter for drugs or other processes. They put the same water back in your house. All types of drugs, residues are in the water supply. This is typically city, okay? This is like if you're on a city water. All types of drugs, residues are in the water supply. Imagine hundreds of millions of women on birth control pissing tons of estrogen for 50 years, and the same water is never filtered for drugs, but always used. Imagine how much estrogen and drugs are in the water, not to mention the chlorine, the fluoride, depending on where you live at. and also antibiotics. So I'm talking most people taking antibiotics. 90% of them had at least one round of antibiotics. That's something separate. Not going to talk about that in this, but just know that, I mean, you don't want to be I like to keep things simple, y'all. Okay, so the simplicity of it is you don't want to be drinking your tap water. Number two, you don't want to be bathing in your tap water. You don't want to be cooking with your tap water. You want to get away from that. I got away from this stuff years ago, several years ago. So, I actually suggest people drink distilled water, and if they choose to, you don't have to. You're getting minerals in some of your foods that you eat. Also, if you're taking other supplements and such. But I personally, what I personally do is I drink distilled water. I used to love spring water, but I'm like, you know what? Why get spring water when it's toxic? The environment's toxic. So the cleanest water, hands down, that you can drink, and this is even from one of my mentors who's been doing this stuff for over 30 years. Okay, distilled water. Drink distilled water. And you want to remineralize. You don't have to, but I remineralize my water. Okay, matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys what I actually use. I don't make any money on this. I'm not an affiliate with this company yet, but I help you guys. I don't care if I make money or not. I'm still going to help you guys regardless. But I did recently partner with a company that I am making some money with. But yeah, this is actually, it's called Trace Minerals. So pick you up some of this. Get you some distilled water. Pick you up some of this. Take it out of the plastic jugs. If you buy it in plastic jugs, take it out of that as soon as possible. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you guys. It's better to show instead of... Some people learn better visually. Some people learn better visually, and some people learn better auditorily, and there's different ways that people learn. So I'm going to try to hit all you guys out there to help you. So, this is what I put my water in. As soon as I get it, I put it in here. So I bought a bunch of glass 1 gallon jugs to put my water in. So I take them. There's the distilled water. You can see it right here. You know what? I'm going to see if I can. I don't know if I can do it on video or not. I'm going to try. How about that? I'm going to try to do something for y'all live. That way I can show y'all exactly how to do it. If you decide to do this. But there's a video. If you guys, any of y'all want a free video, I'll send you a free video that goes a lot more in depth into why you want to drink distilled water. It's basically the toxins, but there's a lot more information than that. It can help flush out other inorganic minerals in your body, like certain stones, things like that, crystals, different calcium deposits, things like that in our bodies. To help get rid of that as well. So here we go. So we're just going to do it, y'all. We're just going to do it. When I get going, I get going. So I got going. I'm in flow state. So we're going to just do it. So here you go. My glass jug, distilled water. Trace mineral drops. And these are made, they're made from concentrated, the only ingredients in this is concentrated seawater. But you got magnesium, chloride, sodium, potassium, sulfate, lithium, and boron. And 1 gram of carbohydrates. So that obviously that don't make a difference. But so here we go. Says on here 20 to 40 drops. I typically do 20 drops because the taste can change your water taste. Some people don't like the taste. If you do, I found if I did too much, I just didn't like it. Like it just wasn't that good of a taste. So I do 20 drops. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 20 drops, trace mineral drops, throw it in the water. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, we're going to do 18. Really, I found any more than 18, I just don't like the taste. So that's what we're going to do. And now, I'm trying not to spill this on my computer, y'all, if I can avoid it. I'm going to be real careful with it. I'm going to put my water in here. Fill this up. And you can only do the best that you can do, y'all, with what you got. So, I mean, start where you're at with what you got and just do it. And I would say pick one thing. Like, pick one thing you want to change and just work on that one thing. Whether it's digestion issues, whether it's switching out your water, whether it's buying some water filtration systems for your house, whatever it is. I have 3 water filters on my camper. And that's what I shower in, brush my teeth with. Oh, I did spill a little bit. It wasn't too bad, though. Overflowed on the jug here. So that's it, y'all. How easy was that? What'd that take? Maybe 3 minutes? So I don't care how much. We all have the same amount of time every day, y'all. 24 hours. So it didn't take long at all to do that. And there's my water. So let me move my computer back a little bit. I don't want it to fall off. It ain't gonna fall. I don't think it's gonna fall off, but I don't want it to risk it falling off. So I don't know. I think that's all I'm gonna cover. I don't know if there's really anything else. Like I said, I can get you a video on distilled water. I can get y'all some more information if you want some free information about the toxins in our environment, specifically glyphosate. Y'all let me know. I can send you a free ebook, also a free video about some of that, to get you some free information. And yeah, you really want to educate yourself, y'all. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to tell you what works for me. And as a coach, people don't realize that. Like, here's this fun. It's kind of funny, y'all. So I signed up to be a integrative health and wellness coach at a community college back in September. I'm like, God, you know what? I thought I was going to tell people what to do. And I'll be honest with y'all, that comes from that's a control pattern that I have from childhood, living in some childhood abuse and trauma that I dealt with, like trying to reach out and control everybody and everything around me. And just tell you right now, it don't work. So it's a lot of weight on you, a lot of on your shoulders. I mean, but it took me, and I'm still working on it, y'all. I still had to bite my tongue sometimes, and somebody wants me to tell them what to do. It's hard. And I think in some cases it's okay to tell people what to do. I'm just going to say this, okay? In some cases it's okay. They got some digestion issue. Hey, I don't tell them what to do, but I say, hey, this is what I do. This is what other people's done. So I guess it's maybe a better way of doing it. But sometimes I think it's okay, but it needs to be the rare occasion, okay? And like health and wellness people, y'all, if you guys, I don't know if y'all have ever worked with or hired a health and wellness coach or not. I have, and a lot of them just tell you what to do. And like from what I've learned in the class that I'm in, that is really, in a lot of ways, that's disempowering, y'all. I mean, who wants to be told what to do? Most people don't. So it's more self-empowering when people can figure out what to do on their own, or they can just do it on their own, take the actions on their own to do what they need to do to change their life, health, wellness, and so forth. So, like, I mean, yeah. So, like, that's what I do as a coach. It's pretty much, we draw it out of the person, whatever's inside of them. It's inside, okay? We don't look at people as broken. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. There's just some things that you have to look at inside of you to be able to bring that out. And once you can get that, it's intrinsic motivation. There's extrinsic and intrinsic. The intrinsic comes from within. So it's got your motivation. I can't motivate you, okay? Motivation, I mean, I'll take that back. I can help a little bit, but it really has to come from your why, your vision, your values, and your goals. That's what it comes from. What is your why? What is your why? Not what is my why. So that's what I have, my whys. So you have to have your own whys, and then that actually helps you tap into some of that intrinsic motivation to be able to make some changes that you need to make in your life. So anyways, but yeah, feel free to reach out. I enjoyed this video. I'm going to keep it short. It's actually 20 minutes already. That was a little bit long, but as long as I keep it under maybe 20, real close to 20 minutes, I think we'll be doing okay. But and I may actually do some interviews later on going forward too, y'all. I haven't really decided yet, but I'm thinking about bringing on some other people as well to talk with you guys a little bit more. People that know more than I do, okay? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not an expert. So there's a lot of people. I surround myself with people that know more than I do. So Maybe I can do that in the future. Start bringing on some other people, and we can talk a little bit deeper about some of these topics and get into some other more specific stuff. Depending on how many people are on here, I'm not real sure how many people are on here going to watch this, but if you're out there and would like to see that, y'all let me know. How about that? If you're out there, you want to see some more stuff on health and wellness, you want more information about health and wellness, and something like that would be helpful for y'all, let me know. But anyway, I hope everybody has a blessed and enjoyable rest of the weekend. I'm going to get off here and get ready to go to work here shortly, and I don't see no questions, comments, suggestions. So with that, I'm going to go ahead. Let me before I say that, let me just think a minute, see if I covered everything I wanted to cover today. Actually, I did not. So you can also cleanse parasites as well. Okay, and I'm not gonna. You know what? I actually know exactly what happened. My ADHD took over, and I went in 2 different directions. That's exactly what happened. So, all right. So here we go. So the benefits of the supplement that I'm taking, y'all, and for me, it actually helped with my digestion. I can say that for sure. Like, I had acid reflux. I have low stomach acid, which is called hyperchlorhydria, and it's improved greatly in the last couple of years, and I credit it to partly due to this supplement, but also partly due to changing what I was eating, what I was putting in my body, what I was not putting in my body that needed to go in my body, and what I was putting in my body that needed to not go in my body. So a lot of stuff's not food. You go to the grocery store, a lot of crap in there is not food. Probably 75% of it. It's just not. It's not meant to be food. Okay, I'll say that. But yeah, the supplement, it may actually help detoxification. I mentioned that already. May help with digestion. Like I said, it did in my case for sure. Also immunity, and also help with your C-reactive protein levels, which is to do with inflammation in the body. So it may actually help reduce those levels. So anyway, I wanted to mention that. And where else was I going with that? Oh, parasites. So I'm back on track, y'all. So most people have parasites in them, okay? And that could be anything. This is going to probably gross some of you out. If you think you're going to get sick or you don't want to talk about it, you just go ahead and stop the video right now. I go ahead and advise you to do that. But a lot of us have bugs in us, okay? And that's good bugs, bad bugs. You have both. Some of them you can see, some of them you can't see. Anything from worms to bugs, okay? So it's roundworms, hookworms, pinworms. There's a ton of different things. So typically, the people that I can suggest that actually need to do that, or should consider, I should say, not need to, but should consider doing a parasite cleanse, a detoxification, is people that actually typically eat fish and pork. That's the 2 main culprits. So anyways, I think we'll end with that, y'all. If you have any questions about that, I can send you some free information on that as well. Y'all feel free to reach out to me. God bless, and everybody have a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see y'all again sometime soon.